I think I left something in the house.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring up in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards where we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good...
Yeah. Welcome to the camp. Hold up. It ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace boom going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style, on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They see the crib with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died or fed millions. With soul food, flow, and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Meanwhile, Mayfield throw complete there to Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Big push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. McCaffrey is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter. He's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here's McCloud from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And Lance now to throw. This to the outside, it's Sermon. Calling a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Lance again. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Check right.
Play action, now it's Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Here we go. Here we go. Real green. Trouble 38.
Shotgun now for Lance. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball red.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Lance. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lance. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ready up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Lance. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Wheel flat. Ready.
Working from the gun, Lance. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
Come on, set.
14 more yards.
Lance looks to throw again. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Lance going to sneak it, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Lance going to sneak it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Lance going to sneak it. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the 49ers are back within a score. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And Marshall's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They go play action. Mayfield. That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be...
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Mayfield off the play fake, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become...
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Panthers 21, 49ers 6. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lance looking to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. A final shot before half for Lance. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect. And now here's another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Let's go.
4th down, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start with a run by Mitchell to the 43, 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
52 blast.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Derek Brown never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A gutsy decision there at this stage in the 2nd half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And now here is another interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. Lance going to throw. Pass incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
42, 49ers 6.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time here. Lance. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. And Lance now to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ray McLeod from 8 yards out. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to.
And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the...
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball.
And this is caught inside the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there for the Niners. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Panthers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Mayfield. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. On first down, Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
On the ball. Ready?
Throwing now is Lance. And now here's another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. For Marshall, that's complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
Hello, new world. All the boys and girls, I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take a $250,000 hella final. Take off the far flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the eye patch. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the should know, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry out for us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all get it. Jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burials, cries. You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry out for us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house. Venting in the safe. Can I vent out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and pools. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies ejecting the fence when I'm breaking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Holla.
Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for status. When you show your show, no credit. When you show your bro for leverage.
What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? You gossip. What the fuck is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you. I'm like Oprah, dog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic? That ain't protocol.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Last laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm the. I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, his defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
The Bengals sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have the home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Now Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
We change it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the heart of the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First carry now for Chris Evans. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. 11, MT,
Again, it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They go play action with Burrow. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal. And Burrow going to keep it himself. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go, here we go.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
11.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
The start of this game has me doing flash. And remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here we go, here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. That didn't appear to be a design safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Denied on fourth down is Joe Mixon. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time.
There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Mixon with a first down carry. He finds some open field here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school and one of my offensive line teammates.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To try again after the sack. Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Burrow. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second one.
The quick feet by Jackson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result,
now they're looking at a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return,
and it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We've seen them do much better here after a struggling first half.
And what I like about what I've seen is that they're executing at a much higher rate now. And I don't know how much of that is changing plays or changing philosophies as much as, okay, guys, let's just get it together and tune things up to a really nice degree.
Yeah, sometimes it can just be a leader in the huddle saying, let's get this together, right?
And so many times you've worked all week on certain things that if you're just going to throw it all out and kind of start over, you're not going to execute as well. Sometimes it's just what you said. Okay, guys, let's get it together. Let's go right now. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He gets this to the former Aztec, Kahale Waring. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
11 MC.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Burrow will throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. That's caught, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and just had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Jackson going to run again. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now Jackson. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Three yards remain for second down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 49 yards. And the Falcons are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
11 mighty, 11 Mike, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he is going to lose yardage here. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man, London, right side. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. To throw, Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 1, ready?
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing, Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.